and feel like
good afternoon, you guys, and welcome to Kitchen Table Talk Live with SpillitBoyTV. Listen, it is Thursday, June 3rd, and listen, we're doing something that we have not done before. This is the first time we are actually streaming live here and on Facebook. At the same time, we are streaming both places. So, like I said, welcome to Kitchen Table Talk Live with SpillitBoyTV. Listen, I was out there in them streets. And I saw some things, and you know what happens. I end up down here at the kitchen table, and I got some things to say, but I just want to say hello to, I see Slappy in the audience out there. I see Carolyn. Hey, Bap and Foxy is Mulder. What's going on? Miss Jasmine Divine. Hey, baby. Julia Jules. What's up, baby? Hey, Mandisa. April Williams. There's a bunch of y'all. Ebby Reviews. Listen. One time for the one time, baby. That's Supreme number three, always in the house. We love the Supremes. Yes, we do. They keep the whole thing running smoothly with no problems. There they are. That's the Treasure Lane Supremes. Supreme number 3 is Miss Evie Reviews. But listen, so there was a lot of talk around bonnets and who should be wearing them and who shouldn't be wearing them and how they're wearing them and all this kind of carrying on. So I got a lot to say about it. So listen, without any further ado, let's go ahead and get ourselves started into this and get this underway. Welcome, you guys. Good to see y'all. Listen, like I said, I got a whole lot of stuff to talk about. Hey, just read my book, baby. What's going on? High Views by Shawnee. I see LaGale, Atlantic Star. See, we can do this all day. But good to see y'all. I got a few things that I'm going to run through before we get to the main drag, which is what it was, because Miss Monique had a lot to say about the girls that wear their bonnets and their pajamas and things out into the public. And Tami Roman, you know Basketball Wives, Tami Roman, she liked what Monique had to say. So she rebutted. See, this happened a few days back, and I did like I do. I don't always run to be the first one. I don't have to be the first one to drop the story. That just ain't even me. I want to see what's going to happen. And sure enough, I waited a minute, and I saw folks were tagging Tami, because as soon as I heard it, I said bonnets. Tami Roman was the first one that came to mind. I said, well, we're going to see what Miss Tami is going to have to say. And sure enough, I didn't have to wait long. Tami popped right up, baby, with her bonnet on, and she had a few things to say to come in close, my loves. I said, She came in close, but did you like what she had to say? And Miss Monique, not so much. But anyway, we're going to talk about it. But speaking of Basketball Wives, let me cover this first. Evelyn Lozada then came out and said she's leaving. She is leaving Basketball Wives. It will be coming back for another season, but she will not be there, and OG will not be there either. Evelyn actually stated, she said, I think it's time for me to open up the universe to new opportunities. But open up to new opportunities. What do y'all think she's talking about she gonna do? What you ready to do, Evelyn? What are you getting ready to do, girl? I was like, all right, girl, I'll keep my eyes open. I don't know. I mean, you've done everything you wanted to do while you were on the show. You got married, you had a baby, you did all kind of stuff while you were on the show. So, girl, what you talk about, Evelyn? I don't know. It just didn't make a whole lot of sense to me, but whatever, Evelyn. Do what you need to do. Do what you need to do. I just didn't get that. It just seems so like she has something, like she's going to be in a movie or something. And I'm like, we're talking about Evelyn Lozada. And I said,
Who is she?
what you ready to do? I don't know about that. I don't know. I don't know what Evelyn you're ready to do. But whatever. Maybe she's going to have another baby. Maybe she's going to get married again. Who knows? But facts is, she won't be on Basketball Wives in the next season, but I'll be there. Sure will. Me and my messy self down there. Let's see what the folks is going to be arguing about this time. Old OG ain't coming back though. Old OG won't be there, so nobody will have to argue about OG anymore because she won't be there. Anyway, moving on. June 25th. June 25th, baby. I don't know if y'all are ready. But I love me a good old diva, right? June 25th, Mary J. Blige is going to be releasing My Life Part 2. It's going to be over there on Amazon Prime. Listen, can I tell you something about my life, my life, my life, my life? If you were around at the time, because I know I got a lot of folks that's younger than me, and some that are in my little category age-wise. But if you were around for, if you look at my life and you see what I see, baby, listen. La, 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 la. Can I tell you I'm this ready for My Life Part 2? Girl, bring it on through. Bring it on through. Child loves me, old nasty piece of Mary J. Blige CD. And listen, I think it's going to be real, real good. I really do. I think it's going to be real good because Mary is the best when she ain't all happy. Now, I ain't saying that she ain't happy, but she ain't, happy like she was when she was with Kendu. She went through some stuff. We got some cute little music. When she, she was a little happy. But when she was done with Kendu, it was time to roll. I said, girl, yes, indeed. That's what I'm talking about. Come on here. It was ready. It was time to go. When My Life, she was getting things straightened out. And yeah. And then I heard a little piece of a little trailer where she was talking about, that she was dealing with some different type of depression and different things. She had shit going on. So that made it good, child. So when she dropped the CD, My Life, baby, Mary bust out on the girls like, yes, God. She broke it down on the girls, and we was all waiting and ready. I see Lori and Tristan over and Javon over there on Facebook. Hey, y'all. Thank y'all for joining us. And listen, I'm here for it. My Life Part 2, June 25th. Our girl, Mary J. Blige, baby's going to come out and let you girls have it. Thank you, Queen. Thank you so much, baby. So, yeah, it's going down. I'm here for it. Well, my girl, Nubiology, said the best art is born of pain. Absolutely. Hey, LeBron, what's going on? Absolutely, I agree. Another one, Aretha Franklin was always at her best when she was unhappy. Fantasia, is sad to say, but Fanny is always at her best when she's unhappy. Since she's been happy and married, she cool. But some of the things that Fanny dropped that really made us say, oh, girl, yes, indeed. She wasn't all happy, happy, happy. She reminds me so much of Aretha Franklin that it's uncanny that Jennifer Hudson is the one that Aretha leaned to to play her. See, now that's a whole nother situation. I ain't ready to go into that right now because I'll be going on and on and on and all the way left. I'll be soapboxing up out of here about that whole thing about Aretha and how Fanny loves Aretha. Child. So listen, I'm gonna go ahead and move on because I'll get caught right there. Okay. Rihanna. Oh, Riri. Listen, we love Rihanna. We love Rihanna like we love Beyonce. Those girls, those are queens. They are the queens of media, social media, anyway, and the music industry. Them two, there's like the two little spots up there, and they just hold these spots. We love them. But Rihanna bust out, and she has released a whole Pride line of her Savage Fenty in honor of the LGBTQIA. So see, it's those little nuances and those little things that you do that the whole planet ends up falling in love with you. Listen, that Riri, I sit around her and Beyonce. I kind of just sit sometime and say, what are they going to do next? Like, it's all been done. Like, it's all like you've done everything. You're fed, and then they come right back out and they'll do something else, and it'll be something small, but it's just so impactful. So listen, I was here for it. I was completely here for it. It was very thoughtful, and this is Pride Month. I said, come on through, Rihanna. This is why they love you so much, honey. Yes, everybody loves Rihanna, honey. Anyway, thank you, Sylvia. Thank you, baby. Thank you so much. Say, miss you been at work. But glad that you're live today. Thank you, baby. Mwah. Thank you. All right. Last thing before I move into what I'm going to be talking about today is Vivica Fox. And this is really short, but I saw Miss Vivica. Vivica was talking to, I believe it was Vlad TV. And it was like a little interview they did. And they were going through all of her accomplishments. It was wonderful because she's done so much stuff. Do you know, y'all remember that she actually was on the soap operas? She's actually on the soap operas. That was like her first gig was, I think it was All My Children. You know what? I'm gonna shut my mouth. All right, hey, real me. I ain't saying nothing. I ain't saying a thing. I ain't saying a thing. I'm glad you did. And the planet is a good place again, honey. Okay. Anyway. All right. Yeah. Vivica Fox. Okay. Vivica Fox was talking to Vlad TV, and they're going through her little stuff and her accomplishments and all that. So they're talking about her, and she's doing this documentary or something about herself. Why Vivica? See, Vivica, she's one of those ones. Her mouth, she'll say stuff and she knows something's going to pop off. He said something to her, and she said something about her and 50 Cent, that whole her and 50 Cent thing. Now, I know when it was all going on, I know y'all had enough of her and 50 Cent. You know how 50 Cent can be. And she made a comment about, oh, if 50 Cent, she said, you think 50 Cent's going to say something? She's like, if Curtis tried me, I'm ready. I'm like, Vivica, please, no. Like, just don't listen. Listen. Let me put my Monique on for y'all. Come close, my loves. Anybody who think anything about 50 Cent, don't say nothing. Just don't say nothing. 50 Cent, him and Lil Nas X, I think, are like the most major trolls on the internet. Lil Nas X in a good way. Because I think the stuff he be doing was cute. I'd be cracking up laughing because he's a mess. But 50 Cent, 50 will come for you. Do you hear me? And he's relentless and he's petty. He is petty. Just don't say nothing. Just don't say nothing. Hey, lady, what's up, baby? I was on your show. I told you I was in the bushes, honey. She had just got off doing her celebrity news, and I was Lady Nika was doing her celebrity news. I actually almost went live over top of her, and we don't do that. And I had looked because I didn't get the announcement, and I told her, I said, well, tell me how long you're gonna be, girl. I was right in the bushes watching. It was a good show. A good show. She actually covered some of the same stuff. We were thinking. I see you, girl. I see you. Shout out to Lady Nika, y'all. So I just was like, Vivica, just don't say nothing. Just don't say nothing. Just don't get him started. Right? Because I don't think I could do another year of Vivica and 50 going back and forth, and then her saying, he's the love of my life. Just don't say nothing, Vivi. Anyway, let's go on to what we are all here for. Bonnets. Bonnets. Okay, Monique, comedian extraordinaire. I love Monique. Let me just start with that. I do love Monique. I'm always running around talking about come close, my loves, and all that. I love Monique and always have. But the fact of the matter is Monique also, I think, and I've never said this before live, I think Monique is a troll too. I do. I think she trolls us. I think Monique be trolling us. Some of the stuff that she does, it's like, Monique, what are you doing? Like, why would you say that? And I think she does it sometimes for, just to troll us and to get us talking. And look, we've been talking about her for days. But she come out and she has so much to say about women who wear bonnets. We know bonnets, like the really big, pretty bonnets, have really become a thing. Oh, it was Young. Here we go. Linda said, Young and the Restless. You said Young and the Restless? That's where Vivica was? Okay. I thought it was All My Children, but okay. I don't remember her on Young and the Restless. But it could have been, listen, I was supposed to be at school. When she was on the soap operas, I was supposed to be in school. Vivi, okay. I'm going to leave that alone for Vivi come for me and be trolling me. I ain't mean nothing bad, Vivi, girl. I ain't mean nothing bad. Don't come over here and mess with me, Vivica. Because I'm petty too. I'll give you someone with Curtis. You don't come over and mess with me, honey. I tell jokes and I play games, but don't come over here messing with me, Vivi. Anyway, so listen. They said Viv was on Generations too. See, she's that girl. She is definitely that girl. She's definitely that girl. Definitely. And she see, y'all got me off of the topic, but she actually stated in that interview that the key to her success was versatility, and she is literally laced with that. She really is. She's been a prima donna. She's been a badass fighting chick. Baby, listen, let me tell you something. Vivica, she ain't win the fight overall, but she gave Uma Thurman the business, okay? Up in that damn Kill Bill. She didn't kill Bill, but she whooped Uma Thurman's ass in the first part of the fight. Them two, that's one of the baddest cinematic fights that I've seen. Baby, they was getting down. Do you hear me? It was giving all ass and elbows. I said, come on, that was some good stuff. But she is very, very versed in what she does, and she deserves everything that she has. Everything she has and all the respect that she has in the industry, and how she's in her 50s now and still working like an actress who's in their 20s. She deserves all of that. All of that. She is true live Black girl magic. Now, she puts her foot in her mouth, and we have to correct her. Because I done dragged her before. I done been over here doing what I do for a little bit. a time. And I can drag Vivi a time or two, but I still love her. I'll drag you, but I still I like Wendy Williams, but I will drag Wendy Williams until her knees bleed. Her and Monique, which is who we were talking about. Let me get off my soapbox. Back to Monique. Monique. So she has some things to say about women who wear bonnets and they're out. She was in the airport and she's seeing these women with bonnets in their pajama pants and these things. So she went into this whole thing and she's like, pajamas are for the house and this, that, thing, and the other. And she went on and she went on and she went on. Now, this subject is kind of all over the place. And I usually wrap this show up definitely in an hour. And I think I'm going to be able to do the same thing. But there's so many pieces to this that if I run over, I don't care. Because I think I'm going to give y'all a chance to talk if you want to talk. Let me just cover this first. I'm male, okay? I am a boy. And this is it's pretty much a female situation, okay? So there's that piece to it. I'm also a fashion designer, so I'm a fashion boy. So I have to talk about these things, some of these things. It allows me the little leverage to be able to give my opinion on some of these things. But this is the thing with that. Let me tell you how, because I was raised around a bunch of women, okay? And my mother and my aunts, they didn't walk in the streets with head scarves wrapped up. They didn't walk around with bed clothes on and stuff like that. So I wasn't raised like that. So when I see it now, and keep in mind, I'll be 50 in January. I'll be 50. It's out of order when I see it. When I was growing up, when I would hear the women that I was around, yes, the pink rollers and stuff, when I would hear the women talk about that, the first word would come, that bitch is trifling. She trifling. When you would see people walk like that. And when we were children, and that was like a threat. You up at that school showing your ass, I'll come up there with my goddamn rollers and things in it and embarrass you. So this is how I grew up. That is wrong. This is what I knew of a woman. A woman doesn't go like that. A woman is put together. Part of the reason why I'm a drag queen to this day is because a woman is put together. My drag aesthetic is about being put together. It ain't about looking slutty. It ain't about which I'm cool with all that. I like me a good, I like all that. I like me a good whorish look. But women are like the closest thing to perfect. It's the closest thing to perfect that you see. They're not outside in their bed clothes. They're not outside with their hair not being done. And when those things happen, that's what I would hear the women around me say, just trifling. And that's what it gave. So that's what I knew. But this is why I say there's so many different pieces to this, is that times change. Times change, and sometimes you have to change with the times. You catch what I'm saying? Sometimes things become commonplace that weren't 30 and 40 years ago. And it seems to me the thing with the bonnets and that it's just one of those things. At this stage of the game, it's acceptable. It's acceptable. You ain't got to like it. Thank you, baby. You ain't got to like it. You ain't got to agree with it. But times have changed, and those folks that decide to wear their bonnet out down to the school, pick up the kids, or to the grocery store, it's acceptable in society now. It just is. It just is. So, it just is what it is. Just like, and I wrote in my notes, white after Labor Day. Do you know how many years And people still argue. There are people of a certain age that will argue you down about white after Labor Day still to this day. Do you know how long it's been we've been wearing white after Labor Day? Sometimes times change. It doesn't change your core. It doesn't change your values. You still do what it is that you do. And let other people do what they want to do. And see, this is where the problem came in. Monique don't know how to let people do what they're going to do. Monique is a chronic line stepper. She's a chronic line stepper. She has this little thing about her, like she's this 70-year-old woman, but she's not. And that's why she'll always be under fire. What is you saying to me? They give you a pillow and everything. They know folks are tired. Okay, I got you tomorrow airport stuff. Okay, so listen. Monique said all that, and I was cool with it. I was cool with it. And then I had to look deeper, and I looked at it. I said, Monique, you doing that little thing that you do, and you're going to get in trouble. You're going to get in trouble, and the people going to come for you, because I'm going to come for you. I looked, and the video she did, and see, she went left with me when she said, if I see you, you know, she gave her whole little thing. She gives you the whole little thing of why she's doing it. And I love you, baby, and all that old bullshit. She gave all that. And then she rolled into, if I see you, because I'm your auntie, you ain't nobody's aunt, girl. But if I see you, I'm going to tap you, sis. And I'm gonna call you on your staff, and I'm gonna tell you when I tap you on your shoulder, you should think more of yourself. You're a queen, and this thing, that thing, that thing, and that thing. Well, Monique, girl, you may never see this video, but I know you watch down this way, Sister Monique, or Auntie, since you want to be Auntie. Let me show you. I'm gonna show you right quick what is going to happen to you. See, because times change. And that auntie shit, let me show you what these young people do to auntie. See, back in the day, I'm lying. My mom and them would ignore auntie that sat on the porch and talk shit. You know good and well that I was getting ready to lie to y'all, because you know Mouthmatic ain't sat and listened to nobody tell me shit. This is what the young people do now when auntie steps out of line and sits around and tells them whatever you got on your mind because it's what you think is right. This is what happens to auntie.
Shut up, you junkie whore.
That's what happens to auntie when auntie steps across the line and starts telling people, you should think more of yourself. You a queen, and you don't know them either. You're going to get yourself into some trouble, Miss Monique. It's going to be a problem. I'm telling you now, I don't want you to be all confused, because what's going to happen to you, Monique, when you're out and you run around the DMV area, girl, and you tap somebody on the shoulder and they don't know you or don't care for what you do. Because, you know, there's people that don't care for what you do, that don't care for you. You got fans, and you also got people that ain't feeling you, auntie. And when you go tap them, they're going to beat your ass, Monique. Or you're going to get the chance to see if you're still bad like you used to be. People don't play all that. Again, times have changed. And you keep giving yourself this, you're not there yet. You're not that age yet. You're not a Cicely Tyson. You know, God rest her soul. We love Cicely, child. But if Cicely would have come down and say, hey, baby, that ain't cool. You may not agree with her, but you wouldn't say one cross word. Even Mouthmatic, respect somebody. You know, you're not that, though. You're not the Maya Angelou of the time. You're not that. And this is what happened. Tami Roman came out. Tami Roman, you know Tammy's brand is Bonnet Chronicles. She built a whole brand around this whole bonnet thing. And Tami told her, I have to disagree with you. I have to disagree with you. And she stated everything she had to say. And so, listen, you and I, we were cool. You know, we were really, really cool at one time, but we don't hang out, you know, or anything like that. We just cool. But baby, you out of order. Sometimes you just got to mind your damn business. You got to mind your business. We are not beefing, but we have a difference of opinion. And I was like, I'm glad you said it. I'm glad you said it. And she went into detail about how she don't wear her bonnet out in the streets. But one of her daughters, she said one of her daughters loves Slim Jims. And if the daughter, she said, my daughter will say, I want a Slim Jim. She's going to take her bonnet and go right out there. She said, do I like it? No, I'm her mother, but she's grown. And at this time, I got to just mind my business. And I said, Tami is right on where I said, who would have thought it? Me and basketball wise, me and Tami, we agreeing on something. I done been at Tami's heels a time or two too, but we agreed. Times have changed, and it don't change who you are, but you got to mind your business, and you got to stay out of people's face. So don't be, girl, stay out of people's face. Mind your business. Mind your business. And what she does, like she said, is character work. You know, she's like, I'm not going outside in that, in the bonnet and that. And I get it, but I'm not going to go bother anybody about it. And so listen, so just like it didn't make sense where I was sitting there looking at Monique, and in the video that she was actually doing it, this heifer was sitting there in a bathrobe. You were sitting there in a bathrobe. Do you think that that is a good look, Sister Monique? Come in close, my love. Who told you that sitting on camera down to the YouTube with no bra on, makeup not done, looking like you either just jumped out the shower or needed to jump in, one of the two, because neither one is acceptable in my life. But you're in the midst of being out of order, and you telling people what's in order for them. But that is Monique, ain't it? As much as I love you, sis, that is you all day long. You stay you are so opinionated, but you don't always have it all together. And I'd say that you were completely out of order. Completely out of order to be undressed like that. And because that was, for me, that it just was a complete, it's like an oxymoron to me. I wasn't here for it. And I'm going to say this. I'm here. This is what I do. I've been doing this for 7 years. I've been making videos. You will never find a video. And you have never. I have over 2,000 videos on my channel. You cannot find a video where I am not camera ready. Ever. Ever. Ain't going to happen. Because that just ain't me. That just don't work. I sit down here. I see people, males and females, out of order. Get down here. How long does it take? There's males down there, come, beard ain't shaped up, looking terrible, mouth looking like some shit, get ready to jump out of it on them. Sometimes you look at people, they just as soggy and look just as sour, and you on here on the camera. And most times what they doing, talk about folks. Sometimes talk about me. How you talking about me? What you talking about me for? Look at you. Look at you. Looking a mess. So it's do what you want to do. But I was so here when Tami said, mind your business. Mind your business. And so this is the thing. I said all that to say this. After that happened, you know, we in that cancel culture. We're in that cancel culture. And, you know, folks get mad and be ready to cancel you. So, you know, there's a lot of our girls and our young ladies and our women that wear their bonnets. And they took offense, baby. And they said, who am I talking to? And they've been talking about canceling Monique. Now, you done said you stated it, that you're going to go out into the world and you're going to be tapping people on their shoulder and you're going to be telling them that they out of order, okay? With the way they looking. When the people said they didn't like what you said, did you do what it is that you're expecting these people to do when you tap them on the shoulder and tell them that they ain't behaving as the queens that they are, that they were made to be? No, Monique, you didn't. You didn't, sis. You didn't. When people said, we don't like what you just said, you got in your feelings and you got your ass back online and you stood 10 toes down in the mess that you had said, and you had an attitude and you were condescending and you tried these people, tried them, told them, I said, girl, here we go. Told them, she's just as arrogant, told them, y'all said y'all gonna cancel me. Y'all said y'all was gonna cancel me before, and I'm still here. I said, girl, is you trying them, girl? Is you trying the people? Girl, you trying the people, Monique? Y'all said y'all was gonna cancel me before, and I'm still here. I said, what? But I still love y'all. I said, girl, listen, the shade has been thrown. Money out of order. Out of order. Out of order. So you can't take it, but you can dish it. It don't work like that, boo. You're going to get yourself into a world of trouble. A world of trouble with that foolishness. And I'm look, me personally, if I escaped the cancel one time, I don't think that I would taunt the people with the cancel. Like she did well. I mean, you know, that whole thing of go out and she told us all go out and boycott Netflix, child. And folks gave Monique this, honey. You go boycott them, girl. I'm getting ready to Netflix and chill, honey. Where's my phone, honey? And they called a little date over. That's what happened when you told the people to boycott Netflix. They called a date over and they Netflix and chilled out here and re-up their damn subscription before the price go up. That's what they did. But I really don't think that this is the time, says, for you to start testing the people. And I just sitting there looking at her and I was like, oh, okay, Monique. Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. I'm gonna ask y'all this in the chat. Do you all believe that she could actually make it? Hey, Nicole Bennett, what's up, baby? Bennett Sims, Nicole Bennett Sims, excuse me, on Facebook. Do y'all think she could make it? If the kids really decide we're gonna cancel her, do you think she'll make it again? Do you think she'll ease out of it like she did last time, or will it be giving curtains for Monique and she'll be giving us? I don't know if she'll be able to make it out, honey. But that arrogance and that stance that she took, ugly. Very, very ugly. So it just is what it is. Listen, I'm telling you, I don't do it myself. I won't go out without myself. James Anita said, make it wear, Annie. Make it wear. So when she's trying to get back on the air, she's trying to get her, trying to keep her brand going. I mean, her brand, she's still making money doing something. She still got some things going on. She has some things going on. They didn't cancel her. She didn't get what she wanted. She didn't get what she wanted. She still is at odds with the moguls. She can call them what they want. Tyler, Oprah, and Lee Daniels, moguls. Girl, you call it what you want. But things ain't been patched all the way up. We ain't seeing her every time we turn television on at award shows and things. Ain't nobody giving her no honorary awards. Ain't nobody asking her to present nothing. That's when you know that you good with the powers that be. When you start seeing them, they'll be like, oh, could you come here and present this award to this person? That's where we see our comedians and stuff. We see them presenting awards and we see them on red carpets for things. We don't see Monique doing nothing but down to the YouTube doing exercise with her little personal trainer, child. So I think she just gotta chill a little bit. Just chill. It's that stance, and she be doing too much. You're doing too much. But I really think that it's a thing. My stance on the thing is that times have changed. And you do what it is you do. And now here you go, honorary award for what? She is a female comedian. She did a lot. She was funny. She's good. She's good at what she do. She did her television show. She's done some things. She did very well at late night television. I loved the Monique show. Loved it. But again, I don't know. Can you get back to that status? Because she ain't got back to that status. That's what I'm saying. When you are throwing out things like saying, y'all tried to cancel me, but I'm still here. Okay. Yeah, you still here, but you ain't here in the capacity that you were before all this started, and you're not in the capacity that you wanted to be in. She was a good BET host, right, but she's not getting those gigs right now. So I don't think that now is the time to be poking and prodding at the people, because the people say who's going where. If the people say that you don't go nowhere, then you don't go nowhere, child. Because if people don't want to see you, then what's the purpose? What is the purpose if the people don't want to see you? So anyway, like I was saying, as far as that pajamas and stuff, though, you'll get that depending on who's all in the room. People in a certain age range are going to be like, they're not. I don't even walk around my house in pajamas. You will not see me down here in pajamas. I get up out of the bed getting dressed. It's just what I do. It's what I was taught to do. I get up getting dressed. I don't walk around half dressed. I just don't do that. So I definitely ain't going outside not together. I'm not. I have two whole personas, and you are always going to see me in persona. When you see me as SpillitBoyTV or James or whatever that is, it's this. This is what you're going to get. When you see me as Milan, makeup's going to be done, hair's going to be done. I'm not going to be looking crazy. It's not happening. That's just not me. I'm not coming down here to y'all not camera ready. I owe that to myself, and I owe it to my people. People take their time. Do you know how many YouTubers there are? People could click the button and watch anybody. Do you honestly believe that I would be so trifling? Here we go. I wouldn't be so trifling to be down here sloppy drunk, eyes all bloodshot red, trying to talk to you all, looking like I don't care about what it is I'm doing. Shit all in the corners of my mouth. mouth all dry, looking like Billy Goat's grass, all my stuff not shaped up. Look, I'm gray. If you are going to be black and you're going to dye, keep it together. Keep it black and keep it dyed. Don't come down here looking like Rollo. How long do it take, especially for a male? Now, a woman, yes, it take a little longer. You might see your sister with hair pulled back. You know, I don't expect to see them with your makeup totally beat all the way out and, you know, and your hair completely done and curls and all. But come on, you got to give me something. You got to give me something. I can't have you with your wig halfway on. This don't make no sense. You got to care about what you're doing. And especially when you're presenting yourself to people. Monique presented herself to the people to tell the people how to dress, and she wasn't dressed. Out of order. She was out of order. Completely out of order. And then she came back and tried to stand in it. Don't make no sense. Don't make no sense. There's not any time with your YouTubers when you click on the YouTube, Facebook Live, Instagram Live, any of those things, you should never click on to anybody that you're following and it look like you could smell them through the screen. And on that, listen, I've said what I had to say. And I did got it all done within an hour. I want to thank you all for hanging out. This has been Kitchen Table Talk Live with SpillitBoyTV. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Everybody on Facebook, thank you for joining me. This was fun. Yeah. And I'm laughing because I didn't have so much of a hard time with it because most of the commenting has actually happened on the YouTube side. They haven't said too much on Facebook, so it didn't get too hectic. But you all know I'll figure it out, baby. I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out and how to really work it all out and get everybody together and bring you all in hand and give everybody that old SpillitBoyTV Treasure Lane hug. But anyway, hello, Miss Yvonne. Hi, baby. Mwah. I love you guys, and I will see you guys soon. Y'all take it easy. I'm out.